Good afternoon. We're here in the meatpacking district. I'm being joined by Tayo. Would you like to introduce your full name or just Tayo?
I'm Tayo Oredein. You can call me Tayo. That's fine.
And Tayo works with LGBTQ youth in Jersey City. It's one of the few programs in Jersey City where it's sort of a safe haven, from what I understand, for LGBTQ youth. Can you talk a little bit more about your organization?
Sure.
Would you like to hold the mic? Yeah.
Sure. I work with an organization called Hudson Pride Connections, and we serve the LGBT community as well as all persons living with HIV. And we have a youth program called Youth Connect, and it meets every Friday. And pretty much it's a safe space for young people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, and or transgender to come and just be themselves. It's a place where they could come and meet other people who identify as LGBT. And it's a place where they could also learn about, HIV prevention, self-esteem building. They're encouraged to, do better in school. And it's a place where they come and it feels like a family. A lot of them don't have family that support them, or completely accept their identity. But at Hudson Pride, we accept them regardless of how they identify.
What are the ages of the people that go to the center?
The youth program is for youth that are 13 to 22. And we do all different types of activities for them to just try to make them feel good about themselves. And for example, like we're having I think it's our 5th year doing the gay prom. So, we invite people from all over New Jersey, New York, whoever can make it, to come and enjoy and celebrate themselves. And maybe they weren't able to do that in their schools with their same-sex partner, or maybe they weren't allowed, or even if they were allowed, maybe they weren't comfortable because people were snickering or something. But here, they can just come and have fun.
How early on did you start planning that event? Is it still ongoing? How can people
learn
about it through your site?
You go to the website. It's www.hudsonpride.org, and there's information on there. If you look under the events, it's on the calendar.
So how long you said you've been here? 5 years, did you say?
With Hudson Pride?
Yeah.
I've been with Hudson Pride since 2005.
2005.
Yeah.
So you've been there
quite a while, yeah. And I love it.
What do you find most rewarding about the work that you do?
Knowing that I'm helping the kids, knowing that some of them finally have someone who loves them unconditionally, someone who has their back and who's going to support them and encourage them regardless of, anything that they do. And some of them call me mama. Makes me feel a little old, but, it's okay. I'm willing to sacrifice that.
How is the situation? I know here in New York City, we have the Hedrick Martin Institute. How is the situation in Jersey as far as placement? Like, say, if a student is being harassed, or, what kind of intervention, if any, is there?
There's really not a lot. There's the legal stuff in place where, the anti-discrimination policies. But short of that, not really. There's Garden State Equality, and they do try to fight for, justices in the schools. I also do sensitivity trainings where I go into schools and other organizations that work with youth to try to explain sexuality to the staff, and to also tell them how to make it a safe space, how to be inclusive of the LGBT community. So it'll help all youth, not just LGBT, but heterosexual youth too. So.
As far as bullying, what we're talking about today, how do you feel about, the whole subject? Has it affected you on a personal level? Do you know of any, do you have anything you would like to share about the subject?
Yeah, I think that people who bully, for the most part, there's something wrong in their lives that makes them attack somebody else. I think it's kind of like, even today, I'll look at a magazine and, the celebrities without makeup. Ooh, look how horrible she looks. It makes me feel good about myself, knowing that she looks horrible with no makeup on. And But you put that on a juvenile level, and people have to actively tear you down in order for them to feel good about themselves. And a lot of bullies, that's the reason why they bully. Nonetheless, it's still something that needs to be addressed. We still need to build up everybody's self-esteem so that the bullies don't bully and the victims don't succumb to the negativity that's being thrown at them, to give people other ways to cope, to train teachers and parents on how to handle that,
So I would imagine your program, maybe if not specifically in the, what would you call it, agenda of the program, do you specifically deal with it, or is it just built right into the program with what you all do? It all encompasses each other?
We do have a couple of because we do a workshop, for every time we meet, and it's an hour-long workshop, and it's always about something that's important. And sometimes it's about HIV prevention. Sometimes it's about self-esteem building. Sometimes it's about bullying, anger management. Just different things that kids need to know. If we hear of a story where one of our kids was bullied or gay bashed, then we take a moment, we address it. If there's something that happens in the community, we go and we confront. Not like we go up there in gangs, but we take the proper legal steps. No street justice here. We take the legal steps to try to fix the problem, report it to the police where it's necessary.
Right. Oh, well, that's good. So that's really great that they do have something, because we've been doing this a while, and we've found that sometimes there is denial, like even in the schools, in the schools themselves. So someone can go and say, this is happening in the school, or say, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So
we actually had that.
It's good that there's sort of a watchdog, sort of watching the actual school that you think is supposed to be fair and unbiased, right?
Yeah. One of our kids actually was bullied in school. Somebody took a picture of her and posted it on Facebook and made a disparaging comment. And we brought it to the school's attention, and the principal was like, well, it's not our problem because it didn't happen in school. But it was taken during gym class, and it was posted on Facebook during school hours. So it definitely is a school problem.
Right.
But the principal was still in denial, and the individual is transgender, trans female.
Oh, wow.
So the principal was claiming that it had nothing to do with the girl's sexuality, or, when it actually had everything to do with it. Yeah.
Anyone could see that.
Yeah.
Why else would it happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. It's funny you mentioned that, because what you will call gay bullying is so much different than actual bullying, because it's geared specifically because of your orientation.
Right.
So you would think that would not be a thing to separate someone, but it does.
It does, yeah.
That is what attracts them to separate people in this situation, and it's horrible. So again, it's wonderful what you guys do. Please keep it up.
Definitely.
And I love what you're doing with the self-esteem. That's very important, because if this is going to exist, at least people need to know how to deal with it on a level where they're the source of strength.
Right.
So that's great what you do. Any closing words? Anything you would like to share? Anything else?
Just that if you're thinking about bullying somebody, don't. And if you are being bullied, then try to talk to somebody that you trust, even if it's not your parents, but a teacher or somebody in the school that you trust, or wherever the bullying is happening, so that we can try to put a stop to it. We need your help.
All right, great. And just one more time to say the name of your organization.
Sure, Hudson Pride Connections. We're in Journal Square in Jersey City, right outside of Journal Square, 32 Jones Street. www.hudsonpride.org.
All right, that's Kyle. Thank you so much for joining us. And up next, we'll be talking with Julio.
Julio!
So Julio's up next. All right, great. Thank you.